All right, today we're going to be talking about the distributive property. So it says each student below simplified the expression as shown. So Miguel has 6 times 3 plus 9. Well, using the order of operations, he solved what was in the parentheses first and said that 3 plus 9 was 12. So he had 6 times 12. He solved 6 times 12 to get 72. And then Elise has 6 times 3 plus 6 times 9. Using the order of operations, Elise multiplied 6 times 3 to get 18, and then 6 times 9 to get 54. Then Elise had 18 plus 54, and when she added those together, she got 72. So Francis here has 6 times x plus 6 times 9. So right here, our problem says if x equals 3, will Francis's solution be the same as Miguel's and Elise's? Explain why this might be. So it says if x equals 3, that means for every place that we have the letter x, we need to replace it with 3. So I'm going to start here. This means 6 times 3 plus 6 times 9. And we know that when there's not an operation between our variable and our number, it just means to multiply. So this is our next step where Francis multiplied, and he said 6 times 3 plus 6 times 9 and got 54. So now that we know that x is 3, we're going to solve for 6x. So 6x equals 6 times 3, and 6 times 3 is 18. So we have 18 plus 54. And when we solve 18 plus 54, we get 8 plus 4 is 12, 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, so we have 72. So this means that Miguel's, Francis's, and Elise's solutions are all the same. So, yes, they are all the same. Because when we substitute three for x, then Francis's solution is the same as Elise's and Miguel's. So our distributive property. The distributive property allows us to multiply each term inside parentheses by the number outside the parentheses. So algebraically, we would say that A times B plus C is the same as, well, our notes said that we have to multiply each term inside by the number outside. So in A plus B times C, our number outside is A, and our numbers inside would be B and C. So we want to multiply A by each number inside. So we would say A times B plus A times C, because you want to make sure that you distribute that letter A or that number to each of those numbers inside the parentheses. And if we have A times B minus C, we want to distribute that A to every letter inside the parentheses. So we would say A times B. We want to keep this the same. So that's going to be subtraction. Distribute our A to our C. And A times B plus C is the same as A times B minus A times C. So we want to be careful with your signs when multiplying integers. We want to make sure that we keep the signs where they need to be. So let's look at number 1 here. Number 1 says, each of the 4 members of the Robinson family ordered a drink. Our drink's going to be represented by the letter D, 2 slices of pizza, the letter P, and an ice cream cone, the letter C. So I'm going to go ahead and just label our soda to D, drink, our pizzas to P, and our ice cream to C. So each member in the family ordered the drink, 2 slices of pizza, and the ice cream cone. So we're going to distribute and write an expression that represents what the family ordered. So if there's 4 people, I need to distribute each item inside to the people outside. So I have 4 people here, and if I distribute that 4 to all of the drinks, I'm going to need 4 drinks. Then I'm going to need to make sure that each person gets 2 slices of pizza. So if the pizzas represent the number 2, we're going to distribute the 4 people to 2 slices of pizza. And we'll have 4 times P. And then we're going to distribute that 4 to each person getting an ice cream cone. So plus 4 ice cream cones. So when we distribute that number on the outside to all of the numbers on the inside, we get 4 times D plus 4 times P plus 4 times C. And now we want to use the area models to distribute. So we have 5 here, and then we have 3x and 2. So I want to distribute my 5 to every number on the top. So if I distribute 5 to my 3x, and I have an area model is equal multiplication. So 5 times 3 would be 15x. And then we have 5 times 2, so we would get 10. So after we multiply our length and our width, we have 15x plus 10. And now for our next example, we're going to solve the area model here. And we know area models mean multiplication. So if we multiply 7 times x, we get 7x. And then if we multiply 7 times negative 9, we know that a negative times a positive equals a negative. So we get negative 63. And when we put those together, we have 7x minus 63. All right, so if you guys will go ahead and glue these into your journals at this moment, and then you can submit your summary.